everybody has the same personality.
NewView is a project-based school, kinda.
It goes off a studio model instead of a normal class model, so we don't have any classes like math or English, but we just do projects for 2 weeks.
There are basically 3 trimesters and you can go for 1.
So in a typical trimester in NewView, you come, all the new kids go into this thing called Genius Camp, which is this really cool time.
Genius Camp is shit. Genius Camp is a tough week in which we really have to kind of go through some boring stuff in order to make our products in later studios much better.
Then we move on to the first studio, which basically they give you a prompt. It's usually pretty open-ended, and you usually create or invent something for 2 weeks. And it's very intense that time. It's basically 6 hours a day of working on one project, but it's something you typically love, so it doesn't feel like that much. Then there are a couple more studios, and then we have Open Innovation period.
Open Innovation is usually a time that's 2 or 3 weeks where you get to choose any project, either a project in the past or a new idea that you want to start. And you get to work with different coaches that can be able to support you in the different skills you need to have. And it's really cool because you kind of just get to do whatever you want, and you end up with a lot of cool things that are mostly your ideas.
NewView is a place where kids can come to create things that in normal learning environments you would never be able to create, and they're encouraged to think outside of the box.
What 3 words would I use to describe NewView? Probably hectic, innovative, and creative.
Creative, innovative.
Innovative, creative, and challenging.
Crazy, unexpected.
Innovative, definitely. The way that they do things and what you create here.
It's a place where you can make what you want to make and not be held back by your lack of previous knowledge.
NewView is a place where all your ideas can come true and they can be better than you expect.
The best things I've learned from NewView is, I guess, not to take things too personally. You need to be able to take other people's feedback into consideration.
Being really intentional in everything that I do, and I don't think that that's something that I ever really understood or would have realized had I been anywhere else.
You do something and you either did it right or you did it wrong, kind of like a pass-fail situation, whereas here there's definitely a lot more like, I was kind of right, but like what could be better?
My favorite memory from NewView, I know it's definitely when something just worked, you know, you didn't expect it to, and I'm just thinking what?
So many good memories. It's hard to choose a favorite.
One of the first group of students we had here made a solar-powered go-kart. And I remember it strongly because it was the first time I saw students being super excited about something that they've done, something they've learned.
When we were presenting the project that we made for a girl named Marina who suffered from a traumatic brain injury, and we built something to help her dance again, something that she used to love to do with her siblings. And when we presented it to her, she started crying out of happiness, and then everyone else around her kind of followed. And it was just really amazing to see how much it meant to her.
You can work as hard as you possibly want, as long as you have the excitement to do something. You can do it if you want, you just have to work as hard as you possibly can.
Like every day is unique and just better than the one before it.
And if you're not in the area at all, well, good luck finding somewhere like it, because it's really a fantastic opportunity.
Some advice I would give to new students would
be open to hear coaches' feedback because they know what they're doing.
My advice to incoming kids at NewView would be not to pretend that you know things that you don't know. I would say be open to new ideas.
The best place to eat in Central Square is probably
either Clover or Four Burger before it shut down.
I really enjoy Flower Bakery.
It has to be McDonald's because I'm broke and that's the only place I can really afford, so
Chipotle. I go there like every day.
Probably Chipotle.
Gonna have to be Chipotle for me.
It's gotta be Chipotle.
Probably Chipotle. Chipotle is D1. Chipotle?
Mongolian hot pot. Such a good place. Best hot pot in the country.